Hello, let's continue our lesson on probability as we consider this question: application of addition and multiplication laws of probability. So here we are going to look at where we are given a probability of an event, okay, and then we'll be asked question on the probability that is given. Okay, so in this case, when you are answering question on this, anywhere you see and, you apply multiplication. When you see or, okay, as you are answering the question, then you use what? You use addition. Okay, let's look at the question here. WASSCE 2024 question 8a. A company bids for two contracts J and H. The probabilities that it will win contract J and H are 1/3 and 2/8 respectively. It means the J is 1/5 and then the H is what? 3/8. Okay. Find the probability that the company wins I both contracts, I only one contract. And then this was the main question, okay? But I have added these two so that any type of question that they can ask you, you should be able to, or you can be able to answer. So none of the contracts and then at least one of the contracts. Okay, so looking at the nature of the question, it means that we have to find out the probability that the company will not win. Okay, we are given the probability of the company winning the J and H. So we have to find the probability that the company will not win J and also not win H, so that we can answer all the questions. All right. So the probability of the company winning J, we are given as what? 1/5. All right. It means that probability of the company not winning J, you put bar on top of the J, will be 1 minus 1/5. And that will give us 4/5. Okay. And you take note that probability is what? The totality is 1. So when you subtract 1/5 from 1, you get the probability of the company not winning the contract J. And the company winning contract H, they are giving us what? 3/8. So the company not winning contract H, we put bar on top is 1 minus 3/8, which will give us 5/8. Okay, so we have gotten all our probabilities and we can answer the question. So first one, it says we should find probability of the company winning both contracts. So if the company will win both contracts, it means that the company will win contract J and win contract H. So win J and win H. So you multiply. So probability of winning J and probability of winning H. That means the company wins the two contracts, win J and win H. That is why we are saying we are multiplying. So we are going to have what? What's the probability of winning J? That is 1/5. So 1/5 times winning H, 3/8. So 1/5 times 3/8, and you get 3/40. So the probability that the company wins both contracts is 3/40. So let's do the I probability of only one. Okay, only one contract, only one contract. So we are going to look at the probability that the company wins only one of the contracts. Okay, so the question was not specific to which of the contracts the company is going to win. It just said only one. Then what it means that there are two contracts here. If the company wins J, then the company will not win H, because it says the company will win one at a time. Or the company can win H and not win J. All right. So the probability of the company winning J and not winning H. Where is not winning H? That is the H that you put bar on top, or plus the company will not win J and then win what? Win H. So if this happens, it means the company is winning one contract at a time. So here you can see that the company wins J and here the company wins H. Okay, so you look at both sides, you can win any of them. Okay, so Probability of the company winning J is what? 1 over 5 times the company not winning H, 5 on 8, or plus the company winning not winning J is 4 on 5, and the company winning H, 3 on 8. Okay, so 1 over 5 times 5 over 8, okay, here 5 can cancel 5, and you get what? 1 on 8. Okay, plus then 4 over 5 also times 3 on 8. Okay, here even 4 can go into 8 2 times. Okay, so that I have 1 times 3 to give us 3, and then 5 times the 2 will give us what? Will give us 10. Okay, so 4 over 5 multiplied by 3 on 8 will give us 3 on 10. Then our final answer becomes 1 over 8 plus 3 on 10. That is 17 on 40. 17 on 40. So probability that the company wins only one of the contracts is 17 on 40. 17 on 40. Okay, so simple. Let's go to the next question. I. Probability of none of the contracts. Probability of none of the contracts. Okay, it means that the company will not win any. The company will not win J and not win H. That's the probability of none of the contract. It means the company will not win any. So that will be probability of not winning contract J and probability of not winning contract H. So you multiply the two. Okay. So what probability of not winning J? That is 4 on 5. The probability of not winning H, that is what? 5 on 8. Okay, so 4 on 5. 4 on 5 times 5 on 8. That will give us 1 over 2. So the probability that the company will not win any of the contracts is 1 on 2. It's 1 on 2. Alright, so you multiply the company not winning both. Alright, so IV. The probability that the company wins at least one of the contracts. So probability of at least one of the contracts. At least one. Okay. At least one. At least one here means that one or more. And here, how many contracts we have? 2. We have just 2 contracts. It means that the company can win one or win both. Okay, you say at least one. So either the company is winning one of the contracts or winning both of the contracts. Okay, and if the company wins one, that is what we did here. That means the company will win J and not win H, or win H and not win J. That is 1. Or the company can win both. That is the company winning J and winning H. Okay, so that is at least one of the contracts. Okay, that means company can win one or win both. So at least one means the company winning. If the company wins one, that the company will win J and not win H, or the company will win what? H and not win J. Okay, win H and not win, or the company will win both J and then H. So this is at least one, and either company will win one, win J and not win H. Here it means one, or company will win H and not win J. It is still one, or the company will win both. So when you hear at least one, that means one or more. Company will win one or win more than one. So this is the one that we did here, and then you plus or can win both. All right. So we will have what? Probability of J winning J 1 over 5 times not winning H 5 on 8. Or probability of not winning J 4 over 5 times probability of winning each 3 on 8, or probability of winning both, that is 1 over 5 winning J, and winning what? H 3 over 8. Okay. So here 1 over 5 by 5 over 8. I think that is the same. We did that will give 1 over 8. Plus 4 over 5 times 3 over 8. That is the 3 on 10. Plus 1 over 5 times 3 on 8. That is what 1 over 5 times 3. That is 3 on 40. So you add all the 3. So 1 on 8 plus 3 on 10 plus 3 on 40. Now give us 1 over 2. 1 over 2. So the probability of the company winning at least one of the contracts is 1 over 2. And with this, there is another way you can solve this same question. Okay, sometimes you may be given event like 3 or 4 or even more, and then they ask you to find probability of at least 1. Then it means if the events are, let's say, 3 or 4, it means you have to do all, to be many. So what we can do is that we know that the totality of probability is what? It's 1. So if it is 1, then we can find the probability of winning none of the contracts and subtract 1 from it. And take note, when you are doing probability, okay, here we are giving 2 events. So this is what it means here. If I'm giving 2 events, then this is what can happen. It means that all the 2 events, either none, the company will not win any of the contracts, or win 1, or win both. So the probability of the company not winning any of the contracts, or the company winning 1 of the contracts, or the company winning all the contracts, when you add this probability, it will give you 1. That is the totality of probability. Because this is the only trade that can happen. Because the events are 2. Either the company will not win any of the contracts, or the company will win 1, or win all the 2. Okay, so when you get event, these 2 events, this is what, if it is 3 events, then the company may not win 1, may not win any of them, will win 1, will win 2, or win 3. So if that is the case, then at least 1 will take the 1 and the 2. Either the company will win 1 or win 2, or the 2, and that is what we have done here. That is at least 1. The question demands that I find at least 1, which is either 1 or 2. So to do the same question in another way, I can find the probability that the company doesn't win any of the contracts. Then I subtract from 1 and it will give me this side. Because from here to here, the totality of the probability is 1. So if I find this side and I subtract from 1, then I'm getting what I need. Okay, this is very important, especially for elective math students. Because sometimes you can be given a lot of events, maybe 3 or 4 events, and then you may be asked of at least. Okay, to save time, then you have to find the probability of the other side and subtract from 1 so that you get whatever you need. So here you can find probability of this particular side, which the question is not demanding from us. But when we subtract from 1, we get what the question is demanding from us. So let's work that one, and then you see what we will get. All right. Alternatively, probability of at least one of the contracts is the same as 1 minus probability of none of the contracts. So 1 minus, when you work for none, what did we get? We had 1 over 2. Alright, so this is the none. So 1 over 2. And what is 1 minus 1 over 2? 1 over 2. This is the same as this one. So that is another way you can work probability of what? At least 1. Okay, 1 minus none will give you at least 1. I hope this is understood. We will solve more questions. And then I know I will see you again in our next lesson. Make sure to comment, subscribe, and share. Go through the playlist and get all your topics on the channel. Bye-bye.